What's going on, everybody? It's our Mike, and today we have our new Black Rifle coffee in-house. I already cracked open the box just because I thought it might have been my regular order, which would have like Beyond Black, Murdered Out, and AK Espresso, but it wasn't. It was just one big box, and it has obviously some new Black Rifle tissue paper inside, but that is protecting and covering our special edition that has just flown in. So this one is, as you all have seen if you follow Black Rifle's website, off of their micro lot. This is box number 8 out of the series, and this is the Space Bear version. So let's go ahead and check it out. We have our new Space Bear decal, which that's pretty cool. I will definitely be saving that with all the other ones that you have seen. And we have the Space Bear coffee itself by Black Rifle Coffee Company. And obviously they do not have Black Rifle written across. It would look too giant. They wanted more NASA looking, so obviously BRCC. And I like it. That is pretty cool. They have their badging all around. Looks good on the bear. Obviously brown bear. And then American flag, BRCC. They obviously had to change the logo up a little bit so it wouldn't look like NASA, so they won't get in trouble. On the back, profits go to veterans, law enforcement, fire, and first responder causes. Roast in the USA. Space Bear on a mission to provide Earth. To prove to the Earth is round and like a coffee bean, or is it? Serving premium coffee to people who love America. Veteran-owned, whole bean, and 100% coffee. So, obviously none of the ingredients, any of the tasting notes, none of that is listed on the bags, and they do not include the card anymore because that cuts down on paper and materials that they're using. So, everything you can pull up online now. So, as for origins of this coffee, origin is Peru. It is a mild acidic. Tasting notes are an apricot, white grape, and caramel. The aroma is a sweet aroma, and it is a medium body coffee. So this is it is a medium roast. The origin is from Utsi is where it is the region from. It's farmed at El Palto Cooperative is where it is farmed. And then the processing method is with honey. The grow altitude is 1,600 to 1,800 meters above sea level. And then it is a grade 58. So I'll look into what the grading means on these when it comes to the grade. But yeah, that is basically all the info on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and crack into our package and see let's see how if they are quite a dark roast bean, which yeah, they are tending to look that way. It is looking like quite a dark roast. Alright, so turn the lights on, give us a little better look at these. And yes, they are definitely a medium roast bean. They're definitely not super dark. You can see some color there inside the beans, so it's good. Alright, let's go ahead and start grinding and make some pour over. Alright, so our Space Bear coffee is ready. Move this one so it's not making so much noise there. There we go. Space Bear coffee is ready for pour over now, as we can see here. All ground up quite evenly, pulverized. So let's go ahead and use our electric kettle first with a thinner gooseneck. So this is a medium-bodied coffee, as mentioned, from Peru. Alright, so we will let that bloom. See everything going through there. if you watch the top here, you can see the bloom is shrinking. So it's definitely starting to level out. Start to dip down now. Alright, so our bloom is pretty much complete, which normally only takes like 10-15 seconds. Let's go ahead and start on the outside. That's the problem with using some of these papers. You'll miss some if you're not careful. Alright, so this looks like it could be a super dark coffee just by how it is, but you gotta remember too, we are sitting on a black glass top. If we were to put the paper towel underneath, alright, as you can see now, you can see a little more color to the coffee. It's definitely not like a super dark. It's definitely not a dark roast, so it is a medium roast looking coffee. Let's go and finish off. You can see it's getting lighter as we go. And the reason I use paper filters is because of the sediment that can sit at the bottom of your coffee. Because if you weren't using a paper to get all that sediment from the grounds, a lot of that will sink down to the very bottom, and you just get a very chalky. The last couple sips will be kind of a chalky, bitter taste. Can be a bitter taste, but yeah, using a paper filter with this Bodum, obviously it has the reusable mesh filter, but that will still let some of the sediment go through. Paper will stop it, and the paper also will help grab some of the oils as well, so there's not as much oil in your cup. But sometimes you want that stuff though too. You want that extra flavor. Alright, now we are on to this one. This is enough grounds that I put in here. You can easily do the 10-12 ounces my wife drinks out of hers, and then I do a little over 22 or 23 ounces of coffee for myself. So yeah, we're looking at like close to 30 ounces of coffee, or over 30 ounces of coffee out of this amount of ground beans. So okay, so as you can see, we have our pour over carafe here completely full, all the way up to probably the brim, right where it's about to overflow, but it's not, so that's good. And we will let that soak, let the rest of the beans that are inside this, the grounds inside this, just soak for a minute, and then we're going ahead and pour into our cups. So I'll do one tasting just plain cold, and then we'll do one tasting of it hot. Okay, so I've removed our filter. It is draining into my cup, which will be hot, and then my wife's cup we will do freshly poured over ice. So again, my wife does enjoy her coffee freshly brewed, hot, but poured over ice. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's use a straw. Stir that around a little. See what we can taste. Actually, it's not bad at all. Now, even just cold and plain, it's actually really good. You can definitely get a caramel taste to it. Just plain and cold. Maybe the apricot. As for a white grape, I don't remember what a white grape tastes like. It's been a while since I've had just a white grape flavor. so will not be good at telling you if I can taste that or not. But definitely the caramel and the apricot, I can get a taste of that. That is in there. All right, now compared to how hot it would taste. Because yeah, whether you have your coffee, if you like your coffee brewed cold or brewed hot and then put over ice, or just straight hot right from the carafe, that can definitely probably alter the flavor of how the coffee tastes. Okay, so having it freshly brewed over ice, you can definitely get more taste out of it versus when it's hot. It's stronger, that's for sure. But it seems that using the ice seems to zap the bitterness, if there is any bitterness to it. But the ice isn't bad, that's for sure. Just plain. Now for us, I know my wife likes creamer in hers, so that will take away some of the tasting to it. Like it'll just be coffee. It won't have might still be able to pull the caramel out of it through that, but as for any white grape taste or apricot taste, that might disappear with creamer because I'll mask it. As you can see down there, you can see that it is, even though I don't have a ton of coffee in there, it is kind of a light, definitely a light color. So that will be, still getting some taste of it. That'll be it for this video. The Space Bear is definitely a much lighter flavor, or not as, I want to say light, it's not as potent as some of the other ones that they have done out of the micro lots. If you like your coffee straight out of the carafe or over ice and just plain, I think you all will enjoy this. So if you are somebody that got a hold of it and you're just waiting on your bag to come, that is good. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And if you've done any of the other micro lots, that'll be it for this video. If you all like the video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. This is our Mike, and I'll chat with you all in the next video.